Ooh, what's up guys, welcome back to a brand new Lego Fortnite video, and today we're back with the series where I slowly lose my sanity by creating pop culture locations, giant Lego cities, and whatever my mind comes up with inside of Lego Fortnite. And today we're back with a brand new Fnaf build, being this location in Pizzeria Simulator. We're doing a 2-in-1, that's cool, right? Huh? Not gonna lie, you missed your cue there, Lightning. You were supposed to strike me. It was gonna be funny. I already did some progress on it, and I kind of want to showcase the progress I have done. So into the games, as you see here, it is connected to Athens' house, lore-wise. It's not exactly connected the way you would think, but that's mostly because the foundation pieces kind of make up the dirt of the area, so fun! But yeah, you can go down here. It brings you this way. It brings you to a tunnel, which is currently unfinished. And it brings you to the private room, which is where you play the little mini game of FNAF, basically, the actual FNAF action. You also can go in the vents, if you do this. If you dodge roll, you can go into the vents, which is pretty cool. That's where we're like entered when you go through, I think. I haven't really watched much of like FNAF, like social location, like custom night, so I'm definitely gonna do research as I'm making this video. I just want to showcase some of this, as I like these videos kind of showcasing like the early workings of how I make these videos and kind of be like a step-by-step process. And what we're going to do is, the idea is we're going to build this room, which is Funtime Phrasal area, and this will lead to the main room where Baby's thing is, and this will kind of connect over to, I want to say maybe over here. And if we do get over here, I want to kind of make this road probably over here, go this way. And then we can make Pizzeria Sim kind of connect to Pizzeria Sim layer. That's currently the idea. The build limit might get in our way. Who knows? I think we can pull it off. But with that being said, I think that's basically the gist of things. And if you know the drill, let's just kick it off with a good old-fashioned time lapse. Woo! So we're kicking things off with a time lapse, and as you see here, it's a fun one. So I'm starting to begin the work on this location, which it was a lot of fun. And fun fact for you guys, the intro almost didn't even make it into this video, because it got corrupted on the PS5, but somehow made it on the PlayStation app. It was fine, so my phone saved the intro of this video. It was just kind of funny something to know. And you're also wondering why this video is called Recreating Final Fantasy 6 instead of Sister Location. And both of those, you're gonna find out probably very soon. But as you see, I'm making the main, one of my favorite areas of Sister Location that we're gonna be making when we eventually get there. And one of my favorite aspects is the fan. I love how it was moving for a bit until it stopped moving. That saddened me. I was trying to get it to move again, but it just didn't work anymore. But man, I see here I'm recording the main room for Sister Location. It was a lot of fun to put together. And of course, right here, you're gonna start seeing me working on the main Pizzeria Simulator area. You see, I'm making the Fnaf 6 Pizzeria as I'm making the roads for it. It's kind of cool, as you know, I'm probably just gonna get the main pathing for where I'm putting the elevator. That was kind of the idea when I was doing this. But my sacred enemy had other plans. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a builder in Lego Fortnite, there's one thing you dread the most, and that thing is the almighty build limit, which as you see right about here. So this is when things started to change. Not really. I kind of moved the whole build to a different area where the build limit wasn't really that big of a deal, which gave me the chance to make FNAF 6 more refined, which was amazing. However, the true effects of this did kind of make it where I only could work on FNAF 6 in the timeline I have, because I only have really 2 days to record this video before I go on break for a few days. And the whole build, as you see in the title, is now called Recreating FNAF 6 instead of both Sister Location and FNAF 6, what I was originally intending. But it's probably the good, as it gives me more time to make these videos both refined and give as much detail as I can to both of the builds. Which I want to say, I absolutely adore what I got done for this build, and I can't wait to showcase it to you guys, as there's so much cool stuff in this. So with that being said, I'm just gonna let past Chris speak and showcase what we got done. A change of plans, and a bit of change of plans, and we're back in the present day. So you probably know why this video is now just titled FNAF 6 instead of Sister Location, as it's literally like almost an hour ago when I decided to change the plans for video, because I could not finish the project exactly today. So this video is more like a part 1. But I did get a lot done, and that's why I kind of cut the time lapse a bit short so I don't really spoil too much, but we've got some very exciting things to show you guys. So let's just jump right into things, shall we? So, as you see here, we have a series similar design that I've been using for a lot of the Freddy Fazbear pizza builds. I absolutely adore this. This is probably my favorite Freddy's build, actually, that we've done so far. I just want to say that. Like, exterior-wise, definitely my favorite. And you probably see there's also an extra little entrance over there. You'll figure out why in a second. But yeah, when you go in here, you have the main entrance room as so. Pretty cool. It's basically like reception where you just like get your food and stuff. You just walk in here, you get like your little chair right here, and sometimes you have to wait if you're like full. You know the drill. And then over here you have the main room, and this is Pizzeria Simulator. And since Pizzeria Simulator is very much up to debate, I kind of decided to base this on the two designs that we get an official design of the pizzeria inside of Fnaf, aka Help Wanted and Security Breach. So that's what this is based on mostly. As you see here, there's like basically the way you enter here is very similar to Security Breach, especially like the Afton ending. And there's a lot of stuff based on Security Breach that you're going to be seeing. And there's other Security Breach references as well, which I'm going to point out in a second, such as this room over here. This is kind of where you enter in Ruin. They've still not fixed the... They still have not fixed the bug yet. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wait, oh my god. So the signs are fine, right? The signs are perfectly fine. It's just that one thing. It's just the wet floor sign. That is so intriguing. Okay, so you have this like little thing where you enter during Ruin. You have this room, which is pretty cool. It was a lot of fun building this. I spent way too much time building this. Also, you got the kitchen in here, which is, if you know, this room is normally collapsed. I think this is the kitchen in Ruin. But you got my good old friend over here, Scuffed Candy Cadet. He wants candy. 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 Give him your candy. Of course, over here, you got the upper room as well, and this is where you would find in Help Wanted 2 the Princess Quest machine, which is pretty cool. And you got the little like VR device that you find in the Ruin and also Help Wanted, where it kind of lets you use the Vanny mask and take it off. But yeah, you got this little machine here. I still say this is a candy reference. That's why it's here. And they have this cool back parts and service room over here. And then over here, you got one of the most iconic parts about FNAF 6, which is the interrogation room. You don't really see much interrogation room, so I had to kind of put it up to debate of what I was actually going to do with this room, which I absolutely adore. And this is where the extra entrance is. Because they talk about the back alley a lot with Henry's logs, so you most likely would probably pick up one of the animatronics from back here and just like drag them in here. You just drag William Afton here. Help me, Michael. Get me out of here! Michael! Yeah. But yeah, this is where you do the whole interrogation thing, which is pretty cool. A lot of fun. And one of the funniest and little tiniest details about this build, which is very much a pain, is the walls. As you see here, you have the floor tiles from the Burger restaurant in here on the sideways using a fresher trick, which it was a lot of fun building this together, as it is very accurate to what you see in Ruin, and especially in Security Breach and Help Wanted as well. Made it a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to put together and an absolute joy. Now, time for the interesting stuff, because that's pretty much it for FNAF 6. Yeah, the main title of this video, and that's pretty much about it for it. If anything, this should be titled Remaking Ruin instead of Lego Fortnite. As I kind of realized, since I couldn't, like the build limit, I kind of explained in the time lapse most likely, that I couldn't really build the original idea where we had FNAF 4 connecting everything, connecting to your, like, sister location. So here's the next best thing. As you know, in Ruin, there's a little, like, you go deeper and deeper down, and then you meet the Mimic. And there's a theory, because there's a secret ending inside of Ruin, where you find a scooper. God, I was so tempted to finish Sister Location today, but I'm about to leave, like, in a few hours, and for, like, a break for a bit. And I need some sleep, man. It's 12 o'clock. But yeah, I was like recently getting like a representation for a scooper, and I found this like GIF, and I didn't realize it was a GIF, and like I was jump scared by the scooper. It was hilarious. But there's a reference. Everyone thinks of the scooper. That's perhaps that this location may be underneath Pizzeria Simulator, which is underneath Security Breach, which also could be near Fredbear's Family Diner, which also could be near Edwin's place. Fazbear Entertainment likes building buildings atop of buildings. I make this joke a lot, especially in like the Minecraft mod series I did earlier in the year. I say it, Fazbear Entertainment loves just reusing their property, which is smart. But at the same time, you think people are just going to be suspicious because there's going to be this giant mound of dirt. And there's like a dude Fazbear location just like, man, I love driving up this giant mountain. It's like Peppa Pig. But yeah, we go past our lovely friend Candy Cadet, who drops us some lovely spicy bits of lore, and we go downstairs. This is the exciting part. Very, very scary. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so that was basically it for FNAF 6. I was kind of a lie right there, because there's another part of FNAF 6 that's technically down here, which is the actual office. Yeah, this is the FNAF 6 office in here, a cool recreation. One of my least favorite office recreations, if I'm being real. But at the same time, you just jump into the office and just have some fun. Look at this, it's all red in here. Michael, kid. Oh wait, I already made that joke. Sorry. I was gonna do a whole like connection terminated bit, but I already made that joke, so that's not really like something we can do now. Yeah, but you can go inside the vents and just like it's the layout from FNAF 6, Pizzeria Simulator. So I'm being real here. I love Pizzeria Simulator. I don't know how much I'm actually like talking about in the time lapse because I've not recorded yet. I'm gonna be doing that after I get this done and probably the thumbnails for the free videos I'm releasing when I'm gone. But I have some like I love FNAF Simulator. I use a lot of the music in my videos. I use FNAF World and FNAF Simulator a lot, and it was a lot of fun playing all this character. Now, of course, over here you got this room, which is pretty cool. Nice little detail. I didn't really detail that much of the Security Breach stuff. And of course, you got this room, which of course you got the pod where Afton would be in the ending, which is now not canon. I miss Burt Trap. I miss him, man. I wish the Blob was here, though. But yeah, you got my storage here, which we still do not talk about. And then we go over here to this other room, which you can find the gift that kind of confirms that the Afton ending is not canon. And then you go down here to the mystical floor, which I have not covered up yet. Holy crap. Past me. You can kind of see how far I've got with this build. Which, being real, is actually really far. I'm just making jokes of it at this point, because it's like, hey, I did not finish this, and you probably think to yourself right now, like, Chris, you're not really building the roof that well. To that, you'd be absolutely correct. I am just going with the flow of things. And that's how I just normally go. Like so. And I'm just gonna destroy one of these walls, because we just jump back in here. Like so. And then we just... yeah, like that. Okay, there we go. Everything's back to normal. Everything's good. You did not see anything. But now we go downstairs to a portion of the build that took me a while to do. A bit mind-baffling, in my opinion. It took me a while. Which was... the cave. The cave, I think, is mostly finished. I'm probably going to do some touch-ups before the sister location video, which I'm probably going to do when I get back on Wednesday. Like I said before, it's basically like a part 1. We're going to work on sister location when I get back, and probably be out later in the week. Knowing me, I'm going to probably... That's probably the first thing I'm working on, besides, like, the Battle Royale stuff that I want to get to. Yeah, we go in here, and we find the almighty lounge of the Mimic. Well, this is the area that has, like, the forklift. We have a little Scotch Fazbear forklift right here. We got our own little Mixies design here. As you see here, it's using, like, the first order bed. You got some first order stuff. You got the Fair Neighborhood, like, little flooring right here as well. And you get the festival, like, little things right there. And you see the caves bleeding into this building right here. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Pretty nice. And then over here, you have the computer screen, which looks cool as well. And we have this little thing where you use the Faz wrench. Sorry, I gotta try to move this thing, as you see here. But yeah, you put the Faz wrench there, and you also have like part of the forklift that you see right here. And then you go into here, which normally is pitch black, which is why I haven't really designed it that much. But this is where the Mimic is typically. I find it funny that my first reaction to the Mimic when I saw like gameplay videos of Security Breach is like, the Mimic, the Mimic, the Mimic, the Mimic, the Mimic, the Mimic. But that's pretty much it for the build. I summed it up in like 9 minutes, which is actually pretty good. But my idea for what I'm doing is I'm tempted. This is why I told myself I'm not gonna finish it today, because there was only one way I was gonna finish it, and that's just me like, hey, we're gonna put the script room right here. And then we're gonna finish this location. And I did not want to do that. If you notice, I'm trying to keep it as accurate as I am, trying to be with like Ruin and stuff like that. So what I'm planning on doing is actually making the whole cave layout from Ruin, add the room to the elevator, and then have the link to like the Scooper room be the actual Scooper room, and then that leads to like the whole sister location. That's the idea I currently have, and that's what we're gonna be doing in the next video. That's probably gonna be out Friday. I have never done double uploads for Lego City videos, but this is the 1x session. Because I am very ambitious about this project, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it for the entire build. And if you guys have any ideas or suggestions for what you want to see, or like little things that you want to be added to this build, let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. It kind of makes this build kind of interesting because it's the first time I really had done this where I made like a part series for these LEGO City videos. The last time I really tried this was like Doom's Domain, and that's when I hit max build limit, and that was the original idea for that. So that doesn't really count because the max build limit kind of just came out of nowhere and like a wrecking ball and just like. Why was that Donald Duck sound? You gotta get my point. But this is like the first time I really have done anything like this. So if you have any suggestions for what you want to see in this like whole project, then let me know down in the comments down below. And no, I'm not gonna build a security breach. That's impossible during LEGO Fortnite because of the build limit. I thought about it before. I am not gonna put myself through that pain. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. However, after this, after like Sister Location, that's pretty much most of the main Scotland FNAF games, besides Ultimate Custom Night and FNAF World, which sadly, as much as I would love to do that, as I love FNAF World, that would probably be impossible due to the build limit. But Ultimate Custom Night I may visit during FNAF's like 11th anniversary in August, so that'd be really cool. And then after that, we're gonna be jumping into the Pit and Secret of the Mimic probably. That's the idea. And then after that, we're taking a break from LEGO City FNAF videos. My FNAF addiction. There's no more builds I can do besides Security Breach, which I told myself no to. So yeah, we have to look for something to crave my FNAF addiction inside of LEGO Fortnite. Starts like remaking every single FNAF build again. But yeah, once again, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. But I'm quite excited for it. This project is a lot of fun, and I actually had a lot of fun with this build so far. So I can't wait to see where I take it. So if that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please consider a like because that's to the channel a lot. And if that being said, if you guys do really like this content and you want to see more of this project or more content from me in general, as I make tons of LEGO Fortnite videos, then I definitely consider subscribing to the channel. As I find myself very funny, and you may not want to miss out on the stuff I make. Who knows? I don't know, man. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a spectacular day. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone.